Hi, I'm Justin with AmericanMuscle.com, and today we're going to be taking a closer look at the Hurst Competition Plus shifter for all 2005 to 2010 Mustang GTs. Hurst is without a doubt the biggest name in shifters and has been ever since the late 60s when it was a favorite amongst drag racers everywhere. Now we're going to be taking a closer look at this Hurst shifter, but first we want to take our 06 GT out and get a feel for the stock shifter before we go installing our Hurst. All right, so we're out here in our 06 GT before we install our Hurst Competition shifter. And honestly, our stock shifter feels like what you think it would feel like. It's a stock shifter. The throws are kind of long, the action's a little sloppy, but all in all, it's what you'd expect from a normal daily driver shifter from the factory. So with that said, let's get our car back to the shop, talk a little bit more about that Hurst shifter, and get it installed. Now, taking a closer look at the shifter itself, there's no denying it's a Hurst. We have that iconic name engraved on the chrome shift handle and that white ball style knob that instantly gives it all away. As for the business side of things, we're looking at a full steel construction that once you feel the weight of this thing, you know it's ready to handle some hard shifts. Looks like we also have some high performance polyurethane bushings as well, which should really help in firming everything up. Now, as for the performance side of things, the Comp Plus from Hurst is going to reduce your throw by up to 40%, making for much shorter and quicker throws. Now, in addition to that, the beefed up components, along with those poly bushings I mentioned earlier, are really going to firm up the entire shifting experience, giving you a much more positive feeling as you're rolling through the gears. Now, this is also going to get rid of some of that sloppiness you probably felt with your stock shifter. Installing the shifter from Hurst will take you about 2 hours and does require you to crawl around underneath the car a little bit to just make sure you have your jack stands ready. Other than that though, this is a simple bolt-on installation that should really give you no problems whatsoever. Now that we have the Comp Plus bolted up on our 06 GT behind me, we're going to get it out of the shop one more time and see how this shifter feels compared to stock. Getting back into the car for the second time after the Hurst has been installed, two things immediately jumped out at me. First, the appearance. Now, I just love the look of these Hurst shifters. I drove an old 4-speed Muncie car back after high school, equipped with a big old Hurst shifter, and I guess I get a little nostalgic every time I see another one. That's because they haven't really changed much over the years. I mean, they keep using the same design, and it works for them. It really does. It looks great in the interior. But enough about the looks. We're all about performance here, and this thing really performs. The throws are so short. I mean, just slipping this thing into gear for the first time, you can immediately tell this thing means business. Now, just driving the car casually here, it's nice. You can really just leave your arm on the armrest, slip the car into gear with your arm still in the armrest, which is great for lazy drivers like myself. But when you really want to hammer on it, you can really just muscle it into gear, and this thing will do whatever you want it to. So overall, I really dig the Hurst shifter. This is the Comp Plus. Not quite as firm as the Billet Competition Plus. That might be just because of the design, but I like it. It seems to go into gear a little easier than the Billet version. Definitely like it. Definitely makes a great improvement over our stock shifter here in our GT. So be sure to check it out right here at AmericanMuscle.com.